Hello and welcome back to the channel, Cali Legends Media. I want to thank all the subscribers for supporting the channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Go way to support the channels by hitting that like button and hyping the videos. When you think that they're interesting, hit that hype button and let's get the video moving through the algorithm. It's a good way to support the channel. It doesn't cost anything. So that being said, I'm parked right here near the Nike store, right off of Whittier Boulevard. And I don't know how many different police cars have driven by. And I was going to do a video about something else, but I've noticed that nobody's done a video about this, okay? And this has to do with all the change that has taken place in all the barrios, okay, and concerning all of the people who living that life, right? Like people say, man, things have changed. It's not the same like back in the days. People are carrying themselves differently. The respect levels changed, especially towards the older homies. You know, the youngsters don't want to listen. They feel like, this is our time to shine. And we're going to do it our way. Well, from back when I was young, doing our things in the street was a lot different than these days. It was easy. There was no cameras on these stores. You could rob somebody on Whittier Boulevard. Simple. And get away. Long as nobody was a witness. There was no cell phone, so nobody was there videotaping what was going on or videotaping as you're driving off, you know, getting your license plate. You know, it's just different. Also, people had a fear about testifying and calling the police, you know. There was so much ramifications for doing something like that nobody wanted to do it. You know, now it seems like everybody wants to tell and get involved with the pedo somehow, right? One thing that has changed a great deal is, now that we're talking about telling, is the way that the detectives are putting these guys in the cell with you that are actually working for them to talk to you about your case. That's why they say never talk about your case. And that's been something going on ever since I was a youngster. You know, my homeboys always told me, whatever you do, man, don't talk about your case to nobody in there, you know. And not only that, you know, sometimes when you talk, well, all the time now, if you're going to talk about your case, like to one of your co-defendants, man, you got to get up close to them and practically whisper in each other's ear, because the cell might be wired, you know, and recording. Yeah, you know, the whole way that the sheriffs and the detectives and the feds go about their investigations now has involved so much technology that it's almost impossible to get away. You know, believe it or not, they even use satellites sometimes, you know, satellite photos. And I was noticing, I woke up in the middle of the night, I fell asleep with the TV on, and cops was on. So I stood up watching it for a while, and I noticed that the way that the officers approach the car now it's different. They're with guns out, pointing at the car, you know, or they're walking up to the car with a gun at their side. A lot of officers have been taken out in different neighborhoods. Some have been set up. Some have been targeted for whatever reasons. But a lot of officers, different level officers, have been unalived, you know. And you didn't hear too much about that back in the days. Usually if that happened, it would happen during, say, a robbery or something, and we're trying to get away and we're shooting it out and one of the cops get hit. But sometimes they're just sitting in their car and somebody will walk up to them and just let off into the car, take them out. Yeah, it's a different life for them, so they approach it differently when they go up on you. You know, a good thing is that people have been able to exercise their rights as far as getting their car searched and stuff. At least that's what I hear. Usually they're gonna search my car no matter what. You know, they run my name, they see my track record, they see oh, this guy's a gang member, you know, he's known to have this or that. So they want to search the car. They want to get in there and look for one of them things, you know. And sometimes I don't have a choice, you know. I might be drinking a beer when I get pulled over, and I don't want them to push the issue, so I just let them. Like, go ahead, sir. If I don't have nothing, what's the problem? Go ahead, search it, you know. Besides it being irritating, you know, what are they gonna do? They can't do nothing. They're just wasting their time and my time. But yeah, even it's just like so different now, man. They had canines back in the days, but I think they're using better quality dogs, man. They got those Belgian Malinois. They look like German Shepherds, but they're Belgian Malinois. They're more athletic. They're able to run farther and faster. They have a stronger jaw bite, and the military uses them. So can you imagine? You know, you got one of them dogs on your ass, pulling you out from underneath somewhere. You know, it's nothing nice. At least now in the county, when you go in for dog bites, you get treated. Before, when you go to the county jail, they gave you Tylenol for everything: gunshot wounds, dog bites, whatever was wrong with you. Here's some Tylenol. You know, that's all you get. You know, but yeah, things have changed quite a bit in law enforcement, man. It might take them a couple of days to go through, say, the block that something happens, but they go and they look at all the ring cameras, the different cameras on the houses, at the footage to see if they could catch a vehicle driving by. They get the color of the vehicle. Maybe one of them cameras on that block catches the license plate, you know. And back in the days, we didn't have that, you know. There used to be a lot of trees in East LA, like I mentioned in one of my other videos, that the helicopters couldn't even find us. Now they got these helicopters with that have that heat-seeking infrared stuff that they just they could see the heat of the body coming off you, and they know that you're hidden somewhere in the yard, even if you got cover. So for those of you, man, that are out there fooling around in the streets and stuff and doing your thing, be careful, man, because you guys are playing a totally different game than back in the days. Not only do you have all that stuff going against you, they're handing out a lot more time now for the same crimes, you know. Back in the days, you could pick up a 187, an unaliving. Your first one, 6 years. Your second one, maybe 10 years with half, you know, like you just get, it was pretty much a slap in the wrist. You could go in, come out and get somebody else and go back in and still come out and still be young. Now they're giving you all day, you know. There's usually an L behind it, unless it was a mutual gunfight or something, you know. But like a righteous hit, man, they're gonna stretch you out, man. You're not gonna see the outside again. And of course, with all that being said, the neighborhood's changing, police, FBI, intelligence changing. The prisons have changed. You know, the prisons aren't built the way they were before. And, you know, things have gotten very strict, very serious. And I wouldn't say it's almost the same, but it's just as dangerous, you know. There's no guarantee that you're going to make it out, even if you go in with 5 years. You could, that could be a death sentence for you. So before you go out and you go and try to do something because you're going to go fire at somebody because of a name, because of a neighborhood that doesn't really belong to you, not really, you know, maybe the territory, as far as who's in control of that territory is an argument, but to say like this is mine, this is our park, this is all that stuff, none of that stuff belongs to none of us, you know. And because somebody's from somewhere and all you know is, oh yeah, we don't get along with those guys. Oh no, why? I don't know, we got pedo with them though, you know. You guys don't even know what the pedo is. You don't even know what the beef is, but yet you want to go and creep up on them and unalive them, you know. So before you do things like that, man, just think about being incarcerated for the rest of your life. And there's people who have done that, who have thought about it and chose that route. But I guarantee you, man, those people are cut from a different material, you know. And they live a different kind of life, you know. And I don't think everybody that might be thinking about or hoping to do that kind of lifestyle, I don't think everybody's cut out for it, man. Some of you guys are fooling yourself, because when the chips are down and when things get hard, not everybody could hang with that lifestyle, you know. So I don't know, just think about what you're doing, man. You know, so much stuff is happening in the streets right now, and there's so much stuff out here, man, that's going against you guys. It's so easy to get caught these days, man. The Juras tightened up their game, you know. So just a suggestion. I know nobody wants to hear it, but just a suggestion. Try to get some education, some training, get a job, get a career, man, and do the damn thing. Find a lovely lady to love you, and that you can love, and make a life, you know. Buy a house, maybe. Go out to nice places, you know. Go eat good food, and just do the damn thing, you know. Because sitting in a prison cell or a prison yard or in a prison day room, it sucks, man. It ain't worth a shit, you know. So anyways, that's my video for today, people. Thank you for watching. Stay free, not only from out from behind prison walls and prison bars, but stay free from those things, man, that bind you, that bind your mind, you know. Addiction and all that stuff that holds us back from being successful in life. Good luck. God bless you and your family, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thank you for watching.